guys, my name is McCallie and I am back with day 6 of the trials of Stede Bonnet and the other pirates. Today is November 3rd and we're going back to 1718. So the court arraigned several of the men for taking Captain Reed's sloop and everything, and they all pleaded not guilty except for one person, James Wilson, who just went ahead and pleaded guilty. So basically today is focused on one of the defendants and his role, James Robbins. And if you guys remember from October 31st, James Robbins was acquitted for taking Captain Mannering's sloop and being involved with that incident. So today they are really just focusing on him. Robbins said he was forced to be involved with all this, and the Judge Trott comes back and asks him if he was forced, why did he take shares in it? And they kind of go on, and I really like this one quote. The clerk asked Robinson what he had to say, and Robbins said he was on board with Captain Red. Judge Trott said, but you was one of the company. And Robbins comes back and says, I never consented to take any of the goods. And the judge comes back with that saying, but you consented to take part in them. And they shared the goods, were as much a pirate as those who took the vessel. So he's basically saying by taking parts of the goods and being involved in one part, you were involved in all. So in the end, the clerk asked Robbins what he had to say, and the jury found the whole group guilty, including Robbins. He was acquitted for the first round with Captain Mannering, but for Captain Reed, he was found guilty. So then 2 more bills of indictments occurred, and they were delivered for feloniously and piratically entering the sloop Francis with the commander, Captain Mannering, and taking the goods out in the Cape Fear River. This also was another bill of indictment for the same reasons for the sloop Fortune and that their commander Reed's. A bill of error was returned for these 2 indictments. So a bill of truth saying it's okay basically to go into court proceedings. And so they did go ahead and arraign the court for the first bill of indictment from Captain Mannering and his sloop. So it was 5 men. So a little bit of background for these men. You're now in the Cape Fear River area, and they're being tried for kind of what went on in the Cape Fear River. And Brierly and Boyd and Sharp all came from Bath, which is where Bonnet was before he made his way into the Cape Fear River area. So you're kind of, if you're thinking they were making their way, they probably knew Bonnet was on his way down here. So it's not surprising that they met up with Bonnet once they got here. So really today it's focusing on how involved those 5 men were. And the best summary is in the end. The judge summarizes the entire day's trial. And I'm just going to read off some of everything he summarized. Brierly joined Bonnet and his crew very soon when he arrived at the Cape Fear River, and he took his shares. Boyd was a little bit slower, but he ended up joining. Sharp would have made his escape, but couldn't, and Bonnet threatened to shoot him. He did sign the article, but he never really took part in the shares. Clark was forced. He went away, but he was hungry, and he ended up coming back because he was starving. No evidence proved that he shared any of the goods that were taken. And the last one's Jared's. Was threatened to be made a slave, and that is why he took part. So in the end, the jury came back and found Brierly and Boyd guilty, and the rest of the group not guilty. So it's a little bit of a mixture of several indictments and proceedings for today. And check back tomorrow. Travis is going to probably talk about the other set of indictments that they brought before the court today.